Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we've got a bit of a tidy up job on. We're going to tidy up this dumping ground that is the bottom of the yard. It's next to the last cattle shed that we put up. You can see we've been using it to kind of just get stuff out of the way. Old tyres off the pit, some of the lorry tyres, there's an old tanker tyre, old baler, tadder and other stuff parked over here that all has to be moved out of the way. This trailer needs to be moved. Basically there's telegraph poles that we use for strainers in there. There's other smaller tyres off the pit that's here on the bottom. All this stuff has to be all moved out of the way because we are going to do a small job here down the bottom of the yard. I'm not going to say what it is just yet, so if you have any guesses or ideas what it might be, drop them in the comment section below and we'll see if anyone can guess what it is. But yeah, tidy up job that has to be done. Yeah, been kind of waiting for it to dry out because this area does hold a bit of water here and it has dried out quite nicely. It's not that long now, it'll be starting on it hopefully in the next few weeks. So let's get going, let's start moving some stuff. Alright, so hopefully you can see what we're doing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to move some of these trailers and get them tidied up that they're a little bit more respectable rather than just have them sitting kind of parked every direction. Now this here should go underneath this trailer, I hope. Oop. Almost. It's downhill, which leaves it a little bit more awkward to hook on, but we will get it, I hope. Nearly. Yes, we have it. Right, so we'll move this trailer over first and foremost. And we'll pull it again. There's an old tipping trailer over here along the side. We'll get it over beside that first. This little trailer it doesn't get much use. It actually got a new axle in it back over the winter. But it's very, very handy to have. If you're doing a bit of fencing, you want to throw a couple of bales of post on it, some wire. It's just very handy for the likes of that. You can drop it in the field wherever you're getting your fencing done, and it usually works out fairly well. Right, so the next trailer we'll move is we'll go with the larger side of the trailer. It's not as much downhill, so I can get hooked into it a bit easier. I don't want to put it too far out of the way because we will be using it over the next few days. We have some potatoes to collect and we also have some beets to collect. So what we do is we just park it here and I can put it in at the front of these other trailers. So we'll just park it here for the moment. We're not going too far away with it. Right, so we'll drop it down there. Now, next up, what have we to move? The next thing I see is the bale grab, a flat 8 for lifting the small square bales of hay or straw. We'll get into it next. It's kind of just been laying outside all this stuff over the winter, and ideally this stuff should all be inside, but we're lacking space. We do have a machinery shed to pull all this stuff into. We're just lacking space to put the likes of this stuff into and save it from rusting. So we'll set it here for the minute. We can find better places for that in the moment when we move the trailers. Next thing we will move is the spare diet feeder. So this is we've this diet feeder, we probably have it about 3 or 4 years now. It's kind of just been lying idle, it hasn't done anything. It was only a couple of years old when we got it. It hasn't done very much in the lines of work, but yeah, it's just spare, and if anything happens to our other feeder, we can swap the elevator over onto this one, and we can be up and running probably in a number of hours. So that's kind of why we have it. But yeah, it's a lot newer than the other feeder. Now, the feeder we're using presently is a 2016, and this one here, sorry, is a 2006, and this one here is like, oh, I'm not sure, I think it's around 2016 or 2017, so it didn't do very much work. Whoever had it didn't suit their job, and they got rid of it. There was a small bit of damage on it when we got it initially, and we had to get it fixed, so handy to have it. Right, so the next trailer we'll move the bale trailer. Now again, this is kind of pointing the wrong way, it's down the hill, but if we extend it out we should get under it. Oh, this is going to be a bit trickier. I need to use the rear hitch to get onto this one. No, still not under it. It's just sometimes it can be awkward to get the cone under it. We have it. Okay, so let's see now if we can get turned. Now the beauty of using the telehandler for this job, as the crow scarer, the beauty of using the telehandler for this job is we can turn this trailer around when I just take the camera off. See this? Turn this trailer around on a sixpence and get it around the direction that we want it. Off, and there goes the old axle rolled off it. That's the axle of the trailer that I was just talking about. We can move it anyway now in a second. So what we do is we try and get this now trailer in alongside the diet feeder. So everything over this side we want to move. This bank behind us now, we want to move it over, but over on this other side where we're parking off the trailers. Blind spot here, but just about see it. Okay, back another little bit, and I think we get to about there. We're in rough terrain there at the minute, but yeah, we'll just hook her off now. So that is those trailers parked there. Now let's see what else we got to move here. Alright, so the next things that we'll move, I think we'll take all these Slurry tyres and get them stacked over there somewhere near the trailer, because we're not going to need them until silage, so we can stack them out of the way. There's not that many of them. There's only maybe about, I suppose about 15 or maybe not even. So I'll move them now and yeah, get them stacked.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Alright, so that's the tyres stacked. Next up we'll move this axle that rolled off the trailer. I'm just going to throw it over in the ditch here for the minute. It'll probably go for scrap because yeah, it just will. It's an old axle, it's not much addition, but I'll just leave it here in the ditch for the minute and we'll see what, whenever there's scrap going or we've a load going, we can throw it onto it. Let's see what else can we move. We have the old dumper. See now, can we get, I think from memory, if I put one of the forks in here and then just lift it, it should lift. And just see, will it lift level? No, I'm not seeing it. We may need to see if we stick one in there and the other one under that. Maybe that's it. I haven't lifted it in about a year or two. That's it now. We can just lift it and we can place it somewhere a bit tidier. I think if we take this over and put it just in front of the Abbey diet feeder, should be safe enough there for the minute. But it's not the end of the world if you ever had to get the diet feeder or something out. It's only a few minutes to move a couple of things that's in front of it. But yeah, it's just a matter of getting everything nice and tidy for the minute down this side. Right, that's okay. Now let's see what's next. I suppose the next thing I'll try and move is the hay bob. Now, from memory, if I stick the fork in here in this position and lift it, it should lift, I think, fairly well. And it is. So again, the hay bob shouldn't be laying outside, but it just didn't seem to get put away last year. In previous years we have put it away up in the loft, but there's not a whole pile of room in the loft anymore, and it's the hassle of trying to get it up in. It's very awkward to put it in. Again, you'd want a shade to put the likes of this into, but yeah, as I mentioned, that I know is possible. I think, where can we leave this now? I think we leave it over the other side of the tyres just for the minute. Now if we set it, kind of set it in here. Just roughly somewhere around there. Shouldn't be too bad. Right. Okay. So the next thing to try and lift is this baler. Move the baler, but I'm trying to think now, how did I do it the last time? It has been moved a few times before. I think from memory I may have lifted it. I may have lifted it, given it a clean lift with a sling the last time. I'm not sure, but I don't think I had anywhere to lift it. I think I'll use a sling. There is wheels on it, so I may try just moving it and see can I wheel it around. We'll try it. We'll see what we can do. All right, so we've got a sling. We're hitched up to this old 359 baler. Let's see, can we drag her along with us? She might come, she might not. I don't know what she's going to do. See, she's kind of coming. We'll see now. If we can get her turned round. Oh, the thing's going to come over. We get her pulled down off here. We'll get her pushed in along the ditch. We'll stop for a second and see if we can maybe mount it somewhere else. Alright, so we've positioned her a little bit differently and it might just drag her along a bit better. We have one flat wheel on one side on one, good wheel on the other. So yeah, we get her back enough anyway and get her pushed into the corner then, and it should do okay. That's not too bad. Moving. Let's see now it should go back. We let her down a bit. It might just keep moving back for me. So. Right, we leave it at that, and I'll move it back with the forks. We get the forks. There is still some good bits on it, so hence why we just don't want to just dump it, because if you were stuck you'd grab a couple of bits off it. But yeah, I suppose they are getting few and far between. What is the best place to push this? Maybe if we go in, we just go in under the drawbar, in about there, put a wee lift on it now, with that hook. It'll actually be better with the bucket, as it's wider, it'll less likely to slip off it. In fact, that's what I'm going to do, we'll get the bucket. Alright, so with the bucket on now, and it's just less likely to slip as we're pushing this back in. I'm just trying to get it back in as far as we can for the minute. I suppose about there should be okay. So that is that moved. So we're getting down to now some smaller stuff. There's an old looks like an old fertilizer bag there. It has to be moved. We have the flat 8 bale sleigh. It has to be moved out of there. There's probably about 25-30 tyres off the pit has to be moved, and then we have to move those poles as well, and that is the most of the stuff that we need shifted then. So not too bad, we're getting there. Alright, so we're going well on the clearing of the stuff. Now, tyres, I didn't bother recording moving the tyres or the sleigh, but I'm going to move the flat 8 sleigh out of there, and we'll maybe put it around the corner. The tyres will do there for the moment, but yeah, going well. I think the next thing we'll do is start to put the stuff we have here, try and get into position here as well, and yeah, we're going. Alright, so tyres moved, bale sleigh moved, everything moved. So going well. We'll just tidy up now the local bits that's left. I just put the bale sleigh, I'm able to see it now in the sun. The bale sleigh is sitting there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over behind the trailer. So we'll move the trailer now again, and we'll maybe put it just sitting here for the moment, and we'll get the bale sleigh over there, and we'll start to move the few other bits and pieces then, and just kind of get them into position here temporarily, just kind of out of the way, tightened up, and yeah, job will be a good one. Okay, so you see me just lifting up this topper, and I've took it up here because I don't want to put it in or lock it in down with, or block it in with any other stuff. So this is our topper. We have it since about 1999 or 2000. I remember going to pick it up after we purchased it. We actually bought it in Handling Machinery, and I remember going to pick it up with the 2850 at the time, and yeah, just was a new toy at the time, and it was great to have it, and we've been using it ever since. It's been a great topper. The downside of it was that over the years you were usually in topping when there was cattle in the field. Dung ends up splattered up on top of it, corroded it and rusted it, and we needed to, if you've seen it, we were using it the last few years, the top of it was all starting to break away, and we wanted to get a job done on it, so sent it away. We got a whole new top put on it, we got a new stabilising bow here made on it, and we got these here made up as well. Previously there was just like a little bit of folded tin on it, and it done the job, but it wouldn't have been nearly as strong as the likes of that there. So yeah, just rejuvenated her. She's like a new machine in that respect. Gearbox, blade, everything was working 100% with it. That was the only issue, was that it rusted. And with the price of a new machine, you know, you as well just rejuvenate this one here. But we're going to have to send it away now and get a bit of paint on it. We're going to galvanise some of it. Probably galvanise maybe the slides, maybe this lid, maybe this bow, and the two safety bits on each side, whatever you want to call them, brackets. Get them galvanised. The rest of it we'll shot blast down the frame of it, and we'll get a primer it and get a nice coating of Abbey orange on it, and it should just make a nice job of it. Get a couple of Abbey stickers, just 2 Abbey stickers on it, and it'll just leave her like new, I suppose. And a few new hoses made up on it, because yeah, it's a good machine, and it'll do the job, walk away for many years to come, hopefully. So I'm going to leave it here. I'll be staying here. Ideally I want to put it down behind the low loader. The beet chopper is down there, and the beet chopper is going to be coming out of there over the next couple of days, and it's going to be going here because we got beet here that we're going to start using, so alongside the spuds. So it's only going to be here temporarily, and then we'll pop it down there until it's going to get shot blasted and painted. So we're going to get that done as well in the next couple of months, and yeah, I'll do a bit of footage of that whenever we're doing it. So a couple of things that, like this year was one of the things we wanted to rejuvenate, and then the fertiliser spreader as well, which we're getting a job done on it as well. But yeah, it's all bit by bit to get these wee bits and pieces done. So that's everything kind of pushed into that corner, if you like, and not taking up that much space, and we've cleared and freed up this area now for to get a bit of clearing done on it. So yeah, hopefully we get that done. We might start that even before the weekend, and get that done over the next couple of days. We'll get the digger in and we'll clear all this area back, and it'll make a bit of space. There is an old car in there which I can't just get in at until this mound of stuff is moved, so I'll move that, and there's a bit of a body there, an old trailer body. I'll move those out of the way as well. So yeah, that is it. We've good day's work there, or good afternoon's work done, get all that tidied out. Like I was trying to think, I think I said earlier this shed was up about 5 years, which was in or around, it's probably about right, and this has been turning into a dirty corner for 5 years, we'll say, because we always intended to do something here at some stage in the future. And what we done at the time was we kind of stoned an area of it outside, like in front of the trailer, over, and it left us so we could park a couple of trailers there, or a slurry tank, or a few bits and pieces if we were stuck, and worked well. So that was what we done. But eventually we started moving out past where the stoned area is into the mucky area, and that's when the trouble started. Once you start moving out, you end up then throwing stuff everywhere. So even in the rest of the yard, you're trying to keep the yard tidy. it was just a dumping spot. You know, tyres off the pit, throw them over the wall. You know, tyres, the lorry tyres, also off the front of the pit, throw them there. We can get them there again. But you keep doing that, it's just more and more stuff, and it just turns into a mess. So you do have to try and keep working on it and keep it tidy. Again, ESP poles, we had all lying against the wall there. There was about 10 of them. We cut them into lengths usually then if we're doing a bit of fencing. They work well as strainers, and they were all there as well, and some of them cut, some not, and it's just a mess. But got all them tidied away as well. They were all along here. So, you know, it's just everything that you end up dumping there turns into a mess. But yeah, be interesting now to see when we get the digger in, get all this levelled out, stuff moved over. It should make a really nice job of it. So hopefully get that done in the next few days, and yeah, get that straightened out. But yeah, that's really it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you have any ideas of what you think we might be doing here, leave it in the comment section down below. I'll see if anyone gets it right. But yeah, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the sub button, to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and of course comment down below if you have any questions or any guesses of what we're doing. So yeah, that's it. See you in the next one.